Hey everybody, it's me, Stella Wild, and I'm here with your April 2019 monthly tarot videos. April is my birthday month, and to celebrate, I have a sale on all of my readings. I will leave a link in the description so you can check them out. Meanwhile, happy birthday to me. Hey Taurus! Taurus, did that record? Hey Taurus, welcome to your April 2019 reading with me, Stella Wild. We are going to get right into it. I've already been shuffling and tuning into your energy. I'm going to be doing a Celtic Cross 10 card spread with my regular Rider-Waite deck. We will pick a few angel cards at the end to tune in for some additional insight and questions. So yeah, let's get right into it. Thank you to everybody who has been watching and commenting and sharing and subscribing. I really appreciate you guys being here. And if you're into astrology, please check out my monthly horoscopes. I will leave a link in the description. All right, I'm just going to do one more quick shuffle, and then I'm going to crack it open for my Tauruses. What do they need to know? Wow. Ooh. Wow, wow, wow. I'm not even done laying the cards. I'm getting like chills all over my body right now. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm like, I'm blown away by this energy. I'm blown away by this energy. Taurus, you are moving on. I mean, that is what this is. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Well, we count these other two. We're going to count the other two. We have like 6 cards out of the 10 about moving on. It's like unbelievable. And you're moving on, even though your faith and is a little uncertain. You have some doubts, but in spite of the doubts in your heart, the outward actions are those of moving on, okay? And, for those who've been on the channel, if you're new, welcome. I like to give an energetic overview, and then I will dive into each card and where it's at and what's going on. But this is the overall energy that I am seeing. You are leaving a relationship behind in April, and you are focusing on yourself. You're focusing, and not in a selfish way. I just was doing Aquarius and talked about they have a similar energy. If you have Aquarius in your chart, rising moon, please go look at the Aquarius video because it has a similar vibe. Focusing on yourself and what you want to create for yourself and what's going to make you feel good. So you're moving in the direction of your desires, really. That's what this is. Letting go of the past, moving in the direction of your desire. I got to write that down. Moving, I'm writing it down. In the direction of your desire. That really is it. Unbelievable energy here. Of the cards we only have 4 cards upside down. So we have more cards upright than upside down, which to me indicates that the energy is clear. You're focused, you know what you want. And I know that. I'm going to start with the card in your environment. We know that from the card in your environment, which is your card, Taurus. The Pentacle here, you're coming in as the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a woman focused on her financial well-being, her material well-being, her home, in particular the home, because we have several cards here of moving. So you could be literally moving out, moving on, moving toward your desire. I feel a lot of Tauruses are going to be moving. And like I said, if it's not actually moving your house, it's moving on. Somebody could be moving from your home as well, okay? So that's another possibility of this energy. But you are in the environment of your home, your work, you're showing up in your full power, in your full energy, and you have the power to manifest anything in your environment this month, Taurus. It's very strong energy. Even though in your heart you have the star upside down, which is a little, like I said before, you're kind of doubting, like, did I do the right thing? You could still feel like there's some unresolved issues, some healing that needs to be done in your heart. But despite, in spite of that, you're forging ahead. Okay. So, I mean, this is not a bad card. This to me, like I said, in the position where it's at in the reading, is this idea of perhaps a few more things to be, healed, to rectify. But you are following your inner guidance, your inner light. And as a result, your outward environment is much more to your liking. And the other thing too is I feel like the situation that you were in, that you're moving on from, because this is probably a love reading. I mean, it's a life reading. It's your life right now, Taurus. It's a life reading, but it's lending me, it's guiding me more toward a love, perhaps, interpretation. But your self-esteem has risen enormously as a result of getting rid of a very bad relationship. One in which the person was probably addicted to some sort of substance or behavior, okay? That was just doing a number on your self-esteem. So, for example, and why I say that is because of these two cards we have. So, for example, the person that you could have been involved with had, maybe some sort of sexual addiction, a porn addiction, something like that. And because of that person's addiction, it's an addiction, it made you feel bad. It made you feel like crap. Like, why are they watching like porn 24/7 when I'm here, like, wanting to engage with them, right? But it's an addiction. It's not anything about you personally, Taurus, but it felt like that. I mean, how could it not feel like that, right? So by getting rid of this, because this is what you're coming into April with, which is letting go of a toxic situation. This is in the past, this energy, this person, most likely a water sign. So a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But when this card is upside down, this is somebody who struggles with addictions, possibly alcohol, but really could be any addiction. I'm also feeling that it is possibly a sexual addiction because of the card we also have in the present energy, which is the Knight of Wands, which is very impulsive oriented energy. Okay, so why am I blushing? Like, I'm blushing talking about porn. Okay. Oh my God, look, I'm just saying the word, I'm blushing again. Oh my gosh. Stella, get it together. All right. All right, Taurus. Let's get zen. The energy from this reading is very strong. That's another reason. When I do readings, and especially when the energy is like this, I get very warm because the energy is really flowing. So that's another thing. It's not that I'm embarrassed about talking about the P word, P-O-R-N. It's just the energy is running. It's running hot. And the heat is not even on right now, so in my home. Okay, Taurus. So, wow, this is just an incredible energy because it is. This situation with this King of Cups energy, leaving it behind was not easy because this person was when they weren't in the middle of their addiction, this person was very sensitive. This person is sensitive, but they have an addiction. It's an addiction. They need help. They were, when they were not involved in the addiction, sensitive. They're not a horrible person. King of Cups energy, they tend to be kind and caring, but sometimes the King of Cups energy, when it's upside down, is also a little Jekyll and Hyde-ish, like when the moon is right, they're fine. When the moon is not so good, they're like, the werewolf. So, it has that element to it. And that itself, that push me, pull you energy, that sometimes they're nice, sometimes they're not nice, can also create a trauma bond, can create an addiction to when are they going to be nice again. So I feel like you were going through all of that, Taurus. You were in that trauma bond, Google it, trauma bond of hoping, wishing, changing that they would somehow, see your value. But what enabled you to get out of this situation is that you finally saw your value and you were finally like, I hung in there as long as I could. I hung in there. That's Taurus, right? They will not give up on somebody, which is a beautiful thing, right? I mean, that's so their devotion, Taurus, has that, right? You just will not give up on somebody. But sometimes you got to let, I'm going to go this way. You got to let people go because the situation is too toxic for you. You can't fix them. You can't fix them. So this is moving on out. And I'm going to get to the present energy in a minute, but I feel like the hope and the fear card also ties into this, what I was just saying. Look, we have another pentacle and we have the 9 of Pentacles here. Now, irregardless, male, female, whatever gender, non-gender, whatever you identify with, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, I know there's like, you know, you could look at this as a woman figure, but it doesn't matter. It's the energy of being willing to go on your own and make your own garden beautiful. Tend to your own garden, tend to your own needs, tend to your own self, make yourself prosperous and feel good in whatever way that manifests for you. This is in your hope and fear. This is in your home environment. This is in your heart. So you see in the Celtic cross, this is what's going on here. In your environment, in your hope and fear. Like this is your energy. This is what you want to create for yourself. And they're upright. You are feeling so much better in April, Taurus, because you have let this toxic energy go. And not only have you let it go, but you're removing yourself from it in your environment. So, like I said, either that person has left or you're leaving. How do I know that? Because look at all of these cards of leaving that are here. This is over the reading. I was going to say over the relationship. It's over the relationship here. The 8 of Cups upright. You are moving on. This is the energy of the whole reading. 8 of Cups. I am finally done with this. There's no going back from this 8 of Cups. Done. Emotionally. And it happened around this full moon in March. See the moon here? Because this is over the reading. It came out at that full moon. Like you realize, Taurus, that in March 20th, 19, 20, 21, you were just like, oh, holy hell no. Like I cannot. Like something happened, I feel. Something was the last straw. And yeah, you just were like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here emotionally. I'm out of here mentally. 6 of Swords, present position. This can also mean moving over, moving away, what's the word I want here? Bridge over troubled waters. Like you're moving on from the troubling emotional situation, mentally as well. But also, you're moving over water, moving over emotions. Emotions are passing. Things are coming so fast I can't get the words out. Blah, blah, blah. You are setting yourself free mentally. You already set yourself free emotionally. So you're freeing yourself. It's over. We have the Knight of Wands crossing this card. This is a card can be of quick and fast movement, change in the environment. This can be a card of moving house, moving home, moving apartment. So, especially with the 6 of Swords card, again, moving on. So that's what I'm saying. Another card of moving right here, 10 of Wands in the near future. This is about the physical actions of moving, packing up all the boxes, hiring the movers, like carrying all the crap, going through all your stuff, like, and it is a little overwhelming and can be, backbreaking work to do all of that. So there will be a short-term pain in terms of the physical labor and just physical energy involved in the moving on. But that is a small price to pay for the happiness that you're going to feel being in your own space again, being in your own environment where you can create your own world that isn't tainted by somebody else's toxic energy. So this could apply to a work situation. I mean, it could. In that you could have a supervisor who has a problem with addiction. And they could be even like watching the PORN on their computer at work. I mean, who knows, right? But they are an addictive personality. And it could be that you had it with that and you move on to something that is much more in line with, you know, the environment valuing you. You move on to a much better position. I mean, that is possible. I just feel it's more of a love reading. But, you know, when we have these general readings on YouTube, you know, it is general. So I say watch for your moon, rising, and Venus sign because, you know, I can't possibly have a reading that applies to 100% of Tauruses out there, right? I mean, that's just impossible. But, so, you know, so look at the reading through the lens that it relates and resonates with you, okay? And I always say, like, you'll get the message that's right for you. So, but I really feel like this is, and like I said, the other person could be moving out. It doesn't have to be you. It's the other person moving out and moving on. But the result is the same. The result is that you are in charge again, finally, of what makes you happy. You're not letting this situation drain your energy and make you feel like crap. I mean, that's how it was making you feel. Like you couldn't, you know, so much of your own energy was being given to this person who, like I said, is not a bad person, but they have a problem. You can't fix it. Can't fix it. As a result, the outcome card is the Hermit upside down. So instead of locking yourself away, because sometimes that can be this energy when this is upright. That, I mean, it was upside down in your reading, but that means it was upright at one time, right? So, like being locked away, these people do. They have chains on them, right? They're locked into the addictive pattern, the addictive behavior, the obsession. So I feel like you were almost like kind of locked away, you know, whether we're talking metaphorically, figuratively speaking, your energy was locked away in dealing with this situation, or you felt like in isolation, locked away, you know, every weekend, every night, like dealing with this person at home, like trying to help them. Okay, you see what I'm saying? The outcome card is going back out into the world. No longer are you home as the hermit trying to help somebody else with your own wisdom, right? With your own, trying to help them with your wisdom, with your Virgo. This is the Virgo card, the hermit, right? Virgos love to heal and help. That's what you've been trying to do, Taurus. It's upside down. The healing and the helping is going to be directed at yourself now. From now on, you're like, I am done with this codependent, toxic, addictive relationship that sucks my energy and that I have finally understood I cannot fix it. Okay? So I love this reading for you. This April is one of you stepping into your power. Gorgeous energy. Stepping into your power. New plans to create a more prosperous world for yourself that makes you feel, you know, just like the spring flower, blossoming and alive in the sunshine. It's beautiful energy. And this situation is clearly moving on. Clearly. Like all of these cards are about moving on. So very, very powerful. I'm still getting chills up and down my body. Very powerful energy for you, Taurus. Very, very good. Yeah, I really hope that this is helpful and resonates with you guys. I'd love to hear your comments. Let me know. Yeah, great. I think it's great energy. Great energy for you. All right, we're going to pick 2 angel cards. So you can think of a question. We'll also see how the cards relate to the reading. I like to have a few pop out, so it might take me a moment here to find one that, see how that one's like sticking in the top here, sticking out. We're going to take that one. When I was just doing Aquarius's reading, I had 2 literally jump out and fall on the floor. So, and they were very on point. So I like to listen to the cards, right? Listen to the cards and see how this one's sticking out. So we'll take that one too. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful messages. Ask for help from others. Yeah, you may need to. You may need to move. That's how you know you're true friends, right? You call them up. Hey, I'm moving this weekend. Can you come help me? So ask for help from others. And this other beautiful, no need to worry. That is very nice confirmation and affirmation that even though in your heart you're still a little worried, Taurus, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Really beautiful energy. I'm very excited for you. All right, Taurus, I hope that you have a great April. And I forgot to wish my April Tauruses happy birthday. So happy birthday. This is a great new start to your year. I mean, it may still feel a little tender if this relates to your love life, but in the long run, you're doing the right thing for yourself and you're going to be blossoming. It all starts this month for you, Taurus. Okay, take care, and I will see you again soon. That's me, Stella Wild, signing out. Did I mention how delicious this cupcake is? Yeah, I think I did.